high quality that he always brings to us. We're going to be looking for someone to cast the second game because I will be unavailable. So hopefully you guys will have someone casting. If not, it's just going to be a live stream of the game with no casters. The map bans have been sent out. I have to update one of them because Alien looks like he is not around. So I'm gonna go ahead and send it to Vamp, and then hopefully we can get everything squared away, and maybe see an Oregon game. So I'll go ahead and give them the okay to ban as well. But Swade just played on Clubhouse against Raid last play day. Goon Squad took on Amarok in that 7-5, that close fought, but they lost on Coastline. It was one hell of a game, though, needless to say. We didn't know what was going to happen. We thought Goon Squad was going to take their first win. Or not the first. Goon Squad should have one win. We thought Amarok was going to drop their first ever game. And we are just sitting here. I mean, we are literally just waiting for the teams to ban as of right now. If I had to guess, I'm guessing we're going to Cafe or Villa. I don't think any team's going to want to go Consulate, and I think Oregon's going to be one of the first maps banned. Theme Park's another one of those maps that I don't think a lot of teams are comfortable with at this point in time. However, we will see. I'll talk a little bit about operator bans as soon as I can. But we are still waiting. As the first map comes out, like I said, and I thought we were going to Cafe, and Goon Squad goes ahead and tells us that we're good. We're not going to Cafe. But then Consulate's getting banned, so it leaves Oregon, Theme Park, and Villa still up on the board. Interested to see whether or not Theme Park gets banned here. Because if Theme Park doesn't get banned, that means we have a shot of going to Oregon. But I still think we're going to Villa. I don't think any team is quite ready for the competitive experience on any of those two maps. But it comes down to Goon Squad, as they are, I guess, talking it over right now, trying to see whether or not they're going to have a meme game against Swade and try to go to Oregon, or if they're just going to have a normal classic game like Villa. Which I don't understand why Oregon's in the map pool yet. It's still a relatively new map. That's like, what if they made Hereford base back into the competitive pool? That would be pretty stupid, right? What was wrong with Border? Nothing was wrong with Border. No one wanted to play Theme Park. So why add another new map that no one wants to play? Which is kind of why we are doing that thing where if you play on a map previous Playday, you can't play it twice in the same week. But then there's Villa. Oh, baby, here we go. Villa is banned. That means there's Theme Park in Oregon. Coming down to Swade Esports here. Please ban Theme Park. I have yet to be able to cast a game on Oregon. I observed a game on Oregon. I haven't casted one on Oregon yet. That'd be very nice. I don't think we're going to get it. I really hope I'm wrong, but Swade, if you're watching the stream right now and you're 90 seconds behind and you're waiting to hear what I want to be banned, please ban Theme Park. Let's go to Oregon. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think Ted really wants to observe on Oregon too. As earlier this season, Ted accidentally started the game on Oregon, and I told him to keep it. I said, you know what, Ted, let's play this one out. Unfortunately, the other teams that were playing did not have the same idea. But Ted, here we go, buddy. We got our dream Theme Park banned by Swade Esports, and we are going to Oregon. Goon Squad starting on defense. So the blue team will be starting on defense here. Swade on the orange side will be starting on attack. We'll get the R's out in chat here momentarily. We'll get the game going here in a second. But ladies and gentlemen, we are going to Oregon. Let's go. I am pumped. As we see our moderators out there in chat setting up those polls for us. Thank you, guys. It's going to be 90 seconds behind, but I do appreciate that. I'm kind of shocked we're going to Oregon. I'm not going to lie. I did not think that this one was going to be played today. Now I wonder if we're gonna get 2 Oregon games. Team Rose, if you guys are listening, Molecular, let's go to Oregon. Okay, let's do a double Oregon day, first time in history. But the R's come out in chat. We are ready to go. We are Oregon, Playday 6, Game 1, Goon Squad versus Swade. Bans coming out. Here we go. We got Goon Squad banning first. The attack coming out. Attacker on this map you might not want to see. There's always Thatcher. Yep, there we go. Thatcher's the first ban. Nothing surprising there. I wouldn't be shocked to see a Monty ban here, as well as a Jackal ban, maybe to allow for a little bit more roam presence for the side of the defense. Swade might also be banning a hard breacher here. That'd be kind of interesting. Echo is still soft banned, so hopefully the teams know that. But we're going to see Capital banned here. That is going to be the utility denied, but with both Womai and Jaeger on the board, no Capital. I don't see the reason why you would ban either of those two operators. I think Mirror will still be banned here because Mirror is one of the most overpowered operators still in the game. I would like to see a nerf on Mira, if I'm not wrong. Like maybe just give her one mirror. Just give her one, and maybe that will change the operator ban phase for not only ranked but for competitive play as well. As there goes Womai. Dang it. I really wanted to see Womai play so I could tell Show that he's been saying Womai wrong the entire time. And the last ban comes out. That's going to be a mirror off the board. No shock there. All games start 0-0. Let's see if Goon Squad's able to take the early lead, or if we're going to see Swade Esports just change the game on Oregon attack. So Ted's going to be coming in momentarily. He will be just, giving his 2 cents every once in a while, so you don't just have to hear my ugly voice every single second of the game. So, Ted, if you want to say something to your fans out there, they know you're the #1 caster in NA.
#1 caster, I don't think so. But, observer, I'll take that position.
No. Everyone knew you were already the #1 observer in NA. But you're about to be the #1 caster in NA. As we have Goon Squad starting down here in the basement, we're going to do a little panorama as Swade is asking for a rehost already. Why? That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's my question too. Sound bug. Alright.
Well, folks, we went to Oregon and immediately have a rehost. That, I don't know what to say about that one, guys. Not looking too good for us on Oregon. I guess this is the horror map that it is. Nothing good comes when you play Oregon, huh? Except we did see the East or the Western Conference play here once, and it was one of the coolest games I've ever seen played.
Who was
no one really? It was Rated and Reapers. No one really knew what was going on, so they were kind of just running around the map like it was a casual game.
That sounds entertaining, that's for sure.
It was very entertaining to watch. However, that is going to be Swade Esports' one and only rehost, using it very early on here in the game. That's going to be very interesting. That kind of sucks. I'm not going to lie. We're just going to be straightforward with this one. Losing your rehost at the very first start of the game because of a sound bug.
Year 5, by the way.
Yeah, year 5, by the way.
There's Swade Esports right now.
But I don't know if Rainbow will ever fix its problems.
Well, unless the developers actually, make an engine specifically dedicated for it, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Well, League of Legends has been in game now for 10 plus years. I understand that Riot's a small indie client and they don't have that much money to throw around, but there's still a lot of problems with that in the esports community as well. So I don't know what it is. I know that as a competitor for both League and for Rainbow, you always want to see the best. You want the best stuff to always happen, and you don't always get that until you get disappointed. You always want perfection, and to be honest, perfection's not always going to be there.
No, it is not.
I believe the bans on attack were going to be Capital and the Thatcher, and then defense we had Mira and Womai.
Thank you very much.
So we'll get all that stuff squared away. We'll get everyone into the lobby. No rounds were played. The operator bans already went through, so we're going to go ahead and keep those. And, I mean, if they get a sound bug, that's going to suck for them because they're going to have to listen to it all game long. Unless we get the mute sound bug as an observer, and then we get infinity rehosts.
I've gotten that before. It's frustrating. frustrating not being able to hear what's going on. I rely on that quite a bit actually when I'm observing. Is I rely on a lot of the sound cues, just to help tell who's going where if something's happening. Because when
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
observing from a first-person perspective, say you're in kids' dorms here in Oregon and somebody takes a gunfight main stairs, you can't actually see any of that, right? You just see the outlines moving around. So I rely a lot on sound for when a gunfight starts to happen.
That is one of the nicer things about Rainbow is that each gun does have its own sound file. So if you get used to observing or even playing the game for a while, you understand which guns sound like what, just by their spray patterns and all that. And then so you can kind of predict
Attackers
where
need
you
to
need to put
locate
the
and
observing
defuse
camera.
as many bombs as they can.
But it looks like Goon Squad's gonna head back down here to the basement. I'm glad they did that. Not gonna say that Swade knew where they were going beforehand. I believe we had the rehearse beforehand. But interesting that Pinky's here bringing the dock, the ACOG. I wonder if he's gonna be playing in the tower, if he's gonna be trying to get some spawn peaks early on. That nice rotation tolls from meeting in the kitchen. That's gonna allow for the roamers to be playing heavy. Goyo's one of those operators I've seen played not only in ranked, but the one competitive game we had on this map. Goyo was a pivotal operator, putting those shields down there by that new entrance in construction. As we see the normal default rotation hole in between that laundry area. That's just to allow between side rotations, but double reinforcement going back there in red. I'm interested to see where Swade decides to attack here. If they're going to go for the new construction take, or if they're going to go up through the tower and try to get in the meeting, take top control, maybe go down the main stairs.
Well, it looks like this Ash is starting to push towards the bunker. And one thing I was wanting to point out is I don't really see shields put up this far. Now, obviously, I understand why it's there, because it's the Goyo shield. It's tough to deny. The entry in the area denial and everything. But it's still interesting. I haven't seen that before. So I'm curious how it's going to play out, especially with the Buck and the Ash here and that destruction capability from both of them.
Yeah, I think as soon as the Ash drones that sees it, she's here to go ahead, maybe throw a flashbang in, try to see if there's an ADS there, and if there's not, she's going to go ahead and use one of her impact grenades, and that Goyo shit's going to be gone, just like that. Utility denied. Great job. That Jaeger ADS was put a little bit too far back, as Dingo's going to go ahead and reinforce what was a rotation hole between that new construction and site, the B site there. So that was a smart job by him, saving that reinforcement as the electrical comes out. Now that's going to be electrified. Thatcher being off the board means Maverick's got quite the job ahead of him. As the freezer hatch is actually reinforced and electrified by the electrical. So Nomad's having a little bit of trouble there. That means Maverick has a lot to do here, and they have to determine whether or not they're going to go for hatches or the wall. Looks like he's going to be above, inside, meeting, doing his best to Mav trick that hatch. That's going to be one of our all-star games, like mini games we play, is to see who the best Mav tricker is. As we see a little confrontation come out here, that's the Goyo down. NACL picks up the first kill of the game. Advantage going to Swade.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been
I'm over
dropped.
here talking about the all-star game as people are pushing in. All-star game's not for a couple days. As Mavericks guys go ahead and say, hey, I got the meeting, I'm rotating to construction. Nyko's already down as Bree gets a kill of himself. That's a substitute coming in for Goon Squad, getting the kill on the force. Swade's making the way. They're pushing. The smoke canisters coming out. Nothing landing. No one's taking any type of HP. Gonna be turning the corner. The Coyote sees it, lands a shot, but no. Nyko gets the kill onto Dingo. That's gonna be a. Oh, but Bree! It answers with one. Answers with two. Insane gameplay right here on the smoke with that shotgun. That's gonna be down just to the Maverick and Float on the Nomad. Grenade coming out here as Float takes the grenade to the head, takes a little bit of impact damage there. Luckily, the grenade did not land. The second grenade comes out into the B site, but the dock rotates around, gets one kill into it. Pinky gets a second kill under refrag. That's gonna be the round win for Goon Squad. Wow, holy cow!
Obviously, a great play by that smoke with that double shotgun kill with one shell. By the way, just swung out one blast, got them both. One thing I did find interesting on the basement, on the bunker side, you know, that new area right there, right? I found it interesting that they fell back so early. The shield was still up. Yes, the ADSs had all been burned, but they chose to fall back and reinforce before the shield had been destroyed. And so Swade were allowed to take control of that without using that extra Ash charge. And so she was able to save that Ash charge for later had she chosen to. So I think, while obviously their defense was good and Bree was the outstanding player right there, holding down that electrical closet, I think honestly it could have been a lot better, and they could have delayed a lot longer had they held on to blue just that little bit more and made them use that extra little bit of utility.
Attackers need to
It's
locate
also
and
interesting to
defuse as
note
many
that
bombs
no
as they
one,
can.
or I should say no one, Swade did not bring a hard breacher. They left it just to Maverick. So Maverick had to deal with the hatches and the walls. Without a
Maverick is
thermite on
hard
board
breach
there.
technically, but yeah, making him get hatches and walls is not able to do so.
At least you would see like maybe a Habana to help with the hatches there, or to open up a couple little holes there and some walls to get some nice little peak angles. But we didn't see any of that. It was just a Maverick, and then they wanted to go heavy with the utility. I'm glad they're bringing Buck here and not Sledge, because our site is up in second floor, so that Buck can go beneath both kids and then go ahead and buck up the buck open the wall, the flooring there to allow for some nice vertical angles.
I do want to say though, you're talking about the vertical play here, but they have invested a lot of utility down here in the kitchen and here on the white stairs and in security. You know, they got 3 reinforcements, a castle barricade, 2 mute jammers, a pest at least. So it's gonna be tough to take the downstairs, and they may run out of time, even if they do manage to take the downstairs in order to execute the site.
I was going to note that Goon Squad had to have a huge roam presence here and play down below, not to allow the Buck to go freely in. But he's going to make his way into tower, go ahead and get one of the windows, open up the window there on highway. We see that double reinforcement there. That means no one's going to be moving in from tower, but he's going to take some peeks onto kids. Nothing landing. We see Dingo in the corner there, but they have a nice rotation hole into that new wall that leads to the attic. And here we have Maverick. He's going to be trying to mad trick the wall. Then I believe Buck or Ash is just going to go ahead and use that soft destruction to open that up.
Yeah, so it looks like the Buck isn't even attempting to go about into kitchen. You know, all we said about the stuff down there is irrelevant, as well, they're electing to just push the big tower and the attic here. And as you see, they've opened the hatch, so that really narrows the avenue in which they can come down to the attic. So it allows, you know, Dingo Meister here to go pre-fire a lot easier once he knows they start to push.
So Force is out on top of the roof, but meanwhile, Siren's already up here in 90. As Siren picks up the kill. Oh, and look at that. He's using the G36 with the ACOG. The ACOG is able to land a kill on that new rotation hole into attic. Again, Goon Squad going down one man early on in the round. As Siren's not pushing up towards master bedroom, looking to go ahead and get maybe a drone in there, or he's just gonna go ahead and peek it.
Well, I find it interesting that they don't reinforce the trophy wall into attic when they're playing in attic, and they have the mute and the rotate specifically from attic. It just allows an extra angle. So I find that interesting. ADS there catching that nade. That's one nade just burned
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
pretty much uselessly. That is a nice barbed wire on the drop, so they're not really going to be able to fight that at all. But here you see Zyron just moving up onto this doorway. He's still just looking around for something. He actually, if he enters in, he's probably going to have a fairly easy entry. The smoke canister bounced off the ADS, but he'll have a fairly easy entry as Castle gets taken out inside of kids there, and so
A bomb has been located.
inside the single dorm. I'm sorry, and so they're just exploding onto site. They saw that they had light site presence, and they just managed to take advantage of that.
And now it's all down to Javi as he's on the Mozzie trying to push in. Float's getting the plant down. Mozzie turns the corner on 90, but he's been spotted, but he gets the plant. Can he get the ash? No, he cannot get the ash, and that's going to be Swade Esports taking round 2. I think the problem here was that they had just a little bit too much opened up on that top. The Ash was able to get under that default camera at 90 and use the openings on the bottom of that attic wall that the defenders put there and get the kill onto the player that was playing in that rotation hole in the attic. So I think they might have had just a little too much opened.
Yeah, I agree with that. If they're going to be playing that attic and they're playing that rotate, they definitely need to reinforce those walls so that way they can't get that pinched. Because that really started the domino effect of they got one pick on site, they had 2 players downstairs, which means, and they didn't really lose a man getting that pick either. So it was technically a 2v5 up on the site itself.
So here we go, round 3.
Attackers
I'm
need to
interested to see
locate
whether or
and
not
defuse
Goon
the
Squad
bomb.
goes back upstairs. They're going to go ahead and elect to go back upstairs. Something that I have a love-hate relationship with is a team going back to the site they previously lost. But a map like Oregon, I don't know how many valuable sites are there. I know downstairs is probably going to be number 1 as we see Castle making some nice holes there. For someone going into that double window there, trying to plant on a site. It looks like they're electing to do a very, very similar site setup here. But they haven't done anything to those walls they made the holes in that previous round that allowed the Ash to get the kill.
10
Yeah, so your point about you're not sure about which sites are viable.
5 minutes remaining.
I've VOD reviewed quite a bit of Latin games. So for those who do not know, I'm also the coach for Amarok Esports. I'm really doing everything. But I've done a lot of VOD reviews of Latam games where they play, you know, meeting, kitchen dining, etc. And it is a viable site, but it's a difficult one. It's like gym on Clubhouse. It's viable, but you really need to play a specific style for it to work, I feel.
We're going to go ahead and see Swade do a very similar entrance as they just did the Nomad, the Buck, and the Maverick over here on that attic wall. Looks like he's going to go ahead and get the Maverick down. I'm going to just see how many canister it takes as he's having a lot of difficulty trying to open this wall right now as he's a canister and a half in.
Yeah, it looks like he's missing that just that little bit there, but he'll get it. It's open now. There we go.
Okay, for our All-Star game, we're make sure we don't have float on the Maverick games. As he's about 2 canisters into that wall, and it's still hard. I still reinforced from the last thing I saw.
Yeah, it's still hard. But look at here, Dinglmeister. He's adjusted his position because, oh, well, first of all, they did another adjustment. They have Javiello in Armory here. And then Nyko is in Master, but he's adjusted his position. That way he can't get shot going through the attic rotate. He's playing just an attic. Breeze will be down by float. He's going to have that nade cooks, and the ADS will catch it, so he is alive. But Nyko will take out Javiello over an Armory, so they now have that full side control of Animal. Dingo throws C4 just by the hatch, misses. He'll move back. Now he's in that position again to get wall banged or shot through the that wall there.
If the drone picks them up inside the attic, that's going to be an easy wall bang for the side of Swade Esports. Clock's ticking down as the flashbang's coming out. And the player is down. That's 2 down. Float gets 1 with the frag grenade. Vampid's down as well. As Siren picks up 1 of the pinkies, it's all down to Bree and the castle. The UMP-45. We know that's the best gun in the game, so if anyone can do it, it's going to be Bree. Oh no! I thought she was going to pick up 1 onto the Sophia, but Sophia says, no way, Jose. As Swade Esports picks up the 2nd round, going up 2-1.
A flawless round of that. They may have taken a lot of damage, but they lost nobody.
So now that site rotation, we're going to be allowed to go back down to basement. Where I thought Swade had a really good attack until Bree was able to turn the corner with the shotgun and just put a couple of pellets into the chest of the Swade Esports.
That play by him, Electrical, we'll see if he'll be able to repeat it, and we'll see if they're going to hold on to that bunker extension or if they're even going to do a bunker extension this time.
So one of the interesting bans there that's actually really working out for the side of Swade is that Wamai ban. Only having Jaeger with his ADS has kind of changed the game as they're going heavy with the utility with the frag grenades and flashes. So they're able to burn those ADSs and Float's able to get a couple of grenade kills. As we see the extension now from B-bomb site into the new construction area. 2 ADSs going down this time, but I still think there are 3 ADSs going down. But I still think those are too far back for where the Goyo shield has been placed.
Yeah, I mean, they won't catch anything for the Goyo shield. I think they're trying to bait out some utility burn onto the Goyo shield itself, so they use 1 Ash charge on it. So that's just an Ash charge straight off the bat, gone. And then the regular shield is back, and the ADSs then catch the stuff after that first Goyo shield is burned. So they're not trying to catch stuff to stop the they're not trying to stop the Goyo shield from getting burned. What is that?
That is a very interesting bulletproof camera. Something I saw a couple teams doing is bringing an operator that had a normal deployable shield and putting it in what was old red right there where Vampid's playing. That way teams would have to drone it out, and then even when you do that, you can move up your ADSs. As we see Dingo playing heavy here in Freezer, but that Electric Claw is going to be out on top of the hatch there. Going to be securing that, and Bree is going to be extended here into the basement, but that Goyo shield's going to be blown up. Bree should drop back here.
So yeah, that's what I'm talking. Oh, Vamp gets a nice shot onto the tower stairs here, and he'll be finished off by Nyko. Yep, there it is. But that's what I'm talking about. Is they're just trying to bait out 1 of that Ash charge to burn that Goyo shield. And now they have 3 ADSs to burn in order to get rid of that shield. But Dinglmeister and Bree, they're just falling off. They're not using it. They're not letting it be burned. They're just falling off. And now they have full control, and the ADSs are just wasted.
But Nyko's going to get a kill onto Bree. Bree's not going to get the 2 shotgun kills. Unfortunate for that. As Siren picks up 1 on Ash, that's going to be the Kaid down. So we're in a 4v2 here. Javi and Pinkies are going to be rotating back to site. Sophia's going to throw some lead down range. Nothing going to land. Maverick's doing his best to do whatever he wants into that wall. We see peek around the corner. Nothing landing. Jaeger's back onto site. As Pinky's dropped by Nyko as he's pushing into site. Float, getting the plant down as Javi picks up one. Rotates around. Getting shot in the back from Freezer. Swade Esports takes round 4. 3-1 victory so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep focusing on it because if they had held bunker, that blue shield that rotate out into that new area, they had 3 ADSs, none of it was burned. They could have stayed there, and so I gotta question the decision of them falling back and reinforcing it when they could have played it and denied that presence inside of bunker.
Yeah, so we've seen Swade do the exact same attack on every site so far. As we're going back downstairs here.
I want to point out Nyko here, sorry. 10-2 in 4 rounds. My god.
He's got his backpack on. He's ready to carry his team to victory.
Attackers need to locate and
But we
defuse
see we're
bomb.
going back downstairs here. We're bringing in the same operators on both sides. At what point are we going to change things up? I mean, have these teams only scrimmed this map so many times? I mean, I know it's a new map and maybe not a lot of people want to scrim it. However, we see the same ADS come out. I'm going to be interested to see if he's going to put the same... There's the second one going down. Is Javi going to put the third one there? He's going to elect not to, so that's one change. As they're going to go ahead and play in what was old red with an ADS behind it. No, he's not putting... Okay, he's going to be putting at the bottom of the stairs. The only problem I have with that now, too, is that, yeah, Ash can use her Ash charges there to go ahead and destroy that. But those ADS, like I was saying before, those ADSs weren't really doing anything. Like as soon as Ash was just able to pick in, because they would just reinforce that wall right away. But we're gonna elect not to reinforce that the hatch above Freezer, or maybe Javi will do a late rotation over there. Hopefully get it.
Maybe.
But we see that Goyo ship going down, but no one's playing behind it. As Javi's going to be overextended here just a little bit. Go ahead and rotate down tower. As Force, Swade, Force, Float, and Siren are already lined up outside the construction. Their ADSs are being burned here. The drones are giving him the intel. Javi's now on that Goyo shield. Let's see if he got droned out. Ash is throwing a couple more. That's going to be all the ADSs burned. The Ash charge comes out, destroys the Goyo shield. Some shots go down range. Nothing landing on the side. The Goon squad, everyone's still full HP. The reinforcement goes up. Electric Claw comes out. But Force is going to get a kill onto the Goyo. That's vamped down. That's another early pick. I don't think Goon Squad's got the opening kill one time in this match so far. And let's see if Swade can take advantage like they have the last 3 rounds.
So once again, there it is. They have that bunker presence. So Javiello, Pinky's going to get killed. That's Siren. That's the Ash off the board. That's huge.
Attackers dropped the
Dingo
diffuser.
Meister getting... Is there a Maverick hole? Yeah, they were Mavericking the wall. That's how it
Dingo
happens.
able to get the nice kill onto the Maverick. That's going to mean Goon Squad has a man advantage. So someone's sitting here back on the tower stairs. I don't think Javi has that intel. I believe that's going to be the Buck. However, Nyko's going to go ahead and push in here, try to get a kill for himself. Pre-fires, nothing landing. The Jaeger, I think, believes he knows someone's on the bottom of the tower stairs there. He's got a nice little head level. See if Sophia can turn this corner. Sophia, the ADS being burned. Shots landing onto the tower. Javi picks up kill onto the Force. Turns towards the Nyko on the Sophia. Nothing landing so far. Pre-fire, nothing landing. Meanwhile, Refrags on the other side of the map. So they're split here. They're in a basically taking 1v1s right now. And that's not going to work out for Pinkies, as Pinky's gonna go ahead and drop Refrag. Now it's going to be a 1v4. If anyone can do it, it's going to be the man that's been carrying this game the entire time. He peeks the Jaeger. Nothing lands for him. Jaeger gets the kill. 3-2. Swade Esports still in the lead.
Well, this time it didn't work out as they had the Maverick and they started to actually open the wall. The past attacking rounds downstairs, they didn't open the walls. They just kind of brute forced their way into the site through the doors and the hallways. So this time they actually tried to open the wall, and Goon Squad were able to get 2 picks off of it, and that really made them stumble and slow down and allowed Goon Squad to kind of recover and to set themselves up properly and retaliate against all this. And so yeah, I mean, but again, there was that early bunker presence, and if Swade hadn't gotten picked off trying to open that wall, or at least make the holes to peek into sight, that round was completely different. I think it would have ended completely differently.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So we see we're going back up to the second floor here. But we're bringing the Valkyrie. I just saw the Javi switch. He's playing Valkyrie now, so we're a little bit more intel on the side of the defense as those Valkyries were thrown towards Master and towards Attic. I'm going to be interested to see whether or not Valkyrie's going to play from below and utilize that C4 to the best of its ability, or whether or not Javi's going to elect to play on site, as we see some reinforcements going down from meeting in the kitchen.
This is definitely a different setup than we've seen so far. You know, they don't have the castle, they don't have the mute setup downstairs, they don't have the Mozzie either. And so, yeah, this is a completely different setup, and I like to see that. After their previous setups up here, I just have not worked.
Locate and defuse a bomb.
I want to see more presence over there towards tower side, because that's where Swade has been going. And if Goon Squad had that information, why not dedicate 2 to 3 operators to play over there? You know that Float's going to come in that window almost every time with Nomad and I believe the Maverick and the Buck. So why not utilize that? I think a C4 was just ripped.
I hear it. I think it's right
Pre-placed.
under here, underneath the breach.
Which means if we can hear it, most likely the attackers can hear it. And what they have been doing the past couple rounds is sending someone in the meeting, so that C4 should be seen. But we'll see. Stranger things have happened. As Float's gonna go ahead and start Maverick tricking. Nomad's gonna like not to go in the meeting and actually go downstairs to check out what was read. Dingo actually playing the Maestro here, as we see Sophia already outside Master with an impact hole onto that Master closet. Pinky's trying maybe to get a little nice pre-fire over there onto the Maverick, who is still struggling to open that wall. This is the second round in a row that Maverick has struggled on this wall.
I think
I
don't
don't.
at the bottom here, yeah. The corner and then that little on the left side.
Can you imagine if you had an ACOG sitting here on? That's a free kill on the Maverick. That's what wall is now soft. Buck's gonna do his best just to open that up. We'll see if the intel is relayed to his team as a smoke canister comes flying out. I think that was a little premature on the smoke canister, but that's fine. Dingo goes down the hatch to play inside kitchen as we see Siren 90 get to shoot the default camera as the C4 is exploded. Float is going to take a lot of HP there. He's going to be knocked down to about 10 HP. And there's still a minute left in the round. The Maverick cams could be spotted. I wonder if the ADS is going to pick up this Ash charge. Ash is going to go ahead and drone it out to see if there's an ADS even nearby. If not, we see some more destruction coming out. We see Nitro outside the double window there looking into the bunk area. Everyone's just kind of at a standstill right now. The drone's coming out, but the intel's being denied. They know where Legion is, but if you're Legion, why not go ahead and rotate? They have no hard breach on this team. They have no way to get those walls open, so why not go over there by the couch? As Pink's now coming out from the Valkyrie cams are allowing his defense to know exactly where the attackers are coming from. The grenade from the Maverick comes out. It lands on debris. And the plant's going down. Float is going to go ahead and try to plant, but Siren's going to be picked off by the Maestro. Bullet's being flown, but Swade gets the plant down. Nyko's on the rappel. He's going to go up to the roof. This is a post-plant situation. The attackers are extremely low as Vampin jumps out the window, picks the kill onto Nyko. Someone's got to push in. Dingo gets the kill onto Swade. Forrest picks up the kill on the Dingo. Refrag gets on the Javi. Refrag gets a second one on the Vampin. It's going to be a 1v2 situation. Pinky's on low HP. Looks out the window, not gonna find the Nomad. Elects to go into Attic. Does he know where she is? King's coming out. He lands the shots. It's a 1v1 situation here. Post play on the rappel, but the attackers are going to take the round. That's gonna be a 4-2 split for the side of our attackers. Holy cow.
Holy cow, indeed. That Valkyrie flanking could have stopped the plant if the smoke canister hadn't been obscuring her view, and with the smoke canisters as toxic gas, they're inconsistent in the view model. So if it had been inconsistent enough to allow her to see through, or if it hadn't been there, she could have seen, I believe it was Float planting the Maverick on the doorway, and she could have denied the plant, but unfortunately it did not happen, and so the round went the way of Swade.
Goon Squad doing the exact opposite. Never mind, they switch off. They were bringing a double hard breach, no Maverick. But since Thatcher's banned, they're going to bring the Callie out. I personally don't believe Callie's a valuable option. I know she's going to be able to get any Kayades or any type of wall denial off. However, that
Defenders,
sniper
protect your
rifle is
bombs
just,
from being
it's not
defused
doing
by
it for me
attackers.
on a map like this. This is a close quarters map. There's not too many long angles. There's a few on it, but a lot of it's close quarters. I know she got a new pistol, but I don't think that's enough to bring just her. I would rather see the Maverick played over the Kali, but I like the one hard breacher in Dingo. As Swade's gonna be setting up their first defensive rounds here upstairs. They're doing.
I would honestly have to disagree with you. I think Kali's a very viable pick on this, simply because obviously it doesn't apply nearly as much here with the Kaid being upstairs. Although, as we see here, it does still apply. Being able to actually use the double lance, I believe is what it's called. Use that double on the wall, same as like you would with the Thatcher. Get those electricals off so that Kaid cannot trick it, and get that wall open. It's very valuable, and the sniper rifle, while it may be close quarters, and she does have the SPS SMG, right? I don't know, it's still very viable, and I've seen players use it extremely well in Oregon. But
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see whether or not Vampit's gonna be able to use it to what we've seen in Pro League so far. The first, there's off the wall already. Does Nyko, does he have, or is Reef? Yeah, Nyko, does he have another electrical? No. The other electrical is located somewhere on the map.
Oh, well, he threw it on.
Oh, he threw it back on there. Okay.
He did throw it on.
So that means Vampit's gonna have to come running back up to get the electrical off the wall. That's just gonna waste a little bit of time here. This is what I was trying to talk about. That yes, Kali is a very valuable option. The fact that she's able to get that wall denial off. But at what point do you take the Maverick over top of the Kali here? Just a soft trick.
One doesn't look like it's going to really be of any use, as Kaid's used both of his electric claw and his Kali's used both, 2 of her lances out of the 3 I believe she has. She has 1 more indeed. So, yeah, so the wall's open and she still has 1 in her pocket in case of use. So I think it was a good use of it.
Is she able to destroy shields with that as well?
Oh yeah.
So maybe she can get one of those Kaid shields down. Hopefully that intel can be relayed to her, and maybe this drone's gonna be spotting one of the Goyo shields so that she can peek into the attic. But Pinky's is pushing up towards attic. There is the Maestro sitting in there as well. As a smoke canister comes out, the ping's coming out. Pre-fires, nothing landing for Pinky's. Gonna go ahead and reload in tower. Go ahead and do a little bit of drone work as we have a minute left in the round. And we are at a stalemate. No one has taken any shots here. It's the battle of the intel. You opened up the tower wall, but at what point do you now have to rotate over towards master side and start applying a little bit of pressure onto the walk-in closet as we see Bree pushing up towards the attic window. Shots raining out. Pinky picks up the first kill on the refrag, looking to get another kill, but there's going to be someone holding that tight angle there. I believe that's going to be the SMG-11 of no, it's not. It's going to be the TCSG. Nyko on the TCSG with the ACOG. This is a great angle to hold. He almost sees the Ash. In fact, I think he saw the foot. What the? No, C4 comes out and lands. It's a double kill for Flu. Oh no, a Siren picks up one on Javi. Vampire picks up one with the pistol that we were talking about on Kali. So we're now in a 3v2 situation, but looking at the health, I have to say Goon Squad is in favor here. Swade might be up with a gun, but they are down in health. As we see pre-fires coming out for Rampant, as she saw the Kaid, and she lands the 1 shot that she needed. She turns the corner, the pink's coming out, but the Jaeger gets the kill. And the Jaeger gets 2 kills. Siren's going off right now. What is this? He killed Bree beforehand?
Nope.
Oh.
So he downed the Kali. Killed the Jackal, and then in
the round ended.
Yeah, in the kill feed. The Kali was last.
I was confused on the kill feed looking back at that, but Siren, oh my god. What, you are nutty on Jaeger right now. I thought as soon as Kali turned the corner and got the kill into the Kaid, with the pings coming out on the Jaeger behind the shield, that was going to be a different story. But no. Swade said, we didn't come to Oregon for the memes. We came because we were ready to play as they pick up their first round here on defense. A site that Goon Squad was unable to win. Sweat goes there in the first round and takes it. So now we're going to be going down here to the defense. We're going to be seeing the Goyo put again. Siren's going to go ahead and switch over from Jaeger to the Doc. Going to give Nyko the Doc. Refrag still taking the Maestro. And we have 4 still on the smoke. We're going to see a very similar setup here as they're going to elect to just do 1 reinforcement there on the basement wall and go ahead and throw Goyo shield down. I don't see any ADSs placed over there quite yet. A second one was going down behind red. Hatches are being reinforced. They're not bringing any wall denial. No Kaid being brought on this site.
10 seconds to insert.
Okay, being brought, but the Cali is still being brought, so
5 seconds.
that's
to
interesting.
insertion.
I don't know. When you're playing the downstairs and Kite is available, generally I feel like you want to play him, if nothing else, at least to waste utility and waste time on the hatches. So to see him not being brought, maybe they need him for the, maybe they don't need him for the lineup that they have, but
Attackers
See,
drop
this
the
is
location.
where I think
Attackers
this
will cover
Oregon being a new map, this is where teams are making mistakes. There are still viable hatches to open up if you're an attacker here, and yet you're only bringing one hard breacher. You're not bringing even a Maverick, let alone a Habana, to open up those hatches and then allow Thermite to open up some of those walls. That's where I think the difference in the game was being made on both attacks. Swade was able to capitalize with just the Maverick. We'll see if Goon Squad's able to capitalize with just the Thermite here, but so far they haven't been able to. As Vamp is getting pretty aggressive here with this angle he's holding on bunker, tries to knife the barbed wire, nothing landing for him there, and that barbed wire is still 2 hit. Float's gonna go ahead and throw the C4 out, nothing landing there. But I like what Float's doing here. He's out there, he's contesting this, he's not giving it up yet. He knows that there's a Cali, he knows that there's Ash, so as soon as he hears that charge there, that's when he rotates. But the ADS is gonna pick it up. The ADS is, the shield's just a little bit further back. It's not attached to the wall, which is allowing for that ADS to now intercept anything that's there. But that first flash, the second flash, those aren't picking up the ADSs at all. And then the Cali charge was picked up. Sophia impact charge somehow makes it past that ADS, but then the second one's picked up. And the third one makes it past the. This is a very confusing ADS play. As Sophia comes in, but Swade meets her with the TCSG as he meets the second one. That's vamping down. That's a double kill for Float on the round as we get confused on what the heck ADSs are doing here in Near 5. Someone's pushing down the rear tower stairs. Ash throws some flashbangs out. She knows where the Jaeger is. Hopefully she goes, tries to Ash charge the shield, but it's picked up by the ADS. The flash grenade's not doing anything. These ADSs are acting really weird as Pinkies and Bree are going to rotate now down to new construction. Thermite pushed in there while everything was going on, and he got that red wall opened up.
well, it's not so much an issue of the ADSs being strange or not acting properly. It's an issue of where the flashbangs are being thrown. The flashbangs are not being thrown in the proper spot of where they're going to be throwing their utility in, and so the ADSs don't catch the flashbangs, but they catch the utility meant to burn the shields.
As we see Pinky's now slowly creeping up. That Maestro cam's not on, so I don't believe they know quite yet. Bree's just gonna run in with no regard for human life as Float picks up his triple kill on the round. Can he get the ace? As Siren gets one, then Force picks up the last kill, and that's gonna be a flawless round for Swade Esports. See, I can understand that for the ADS that was on the bottom tower stairs helping that shield, but when Sophia was shooting her concussion grenades over top of the shield, like, I understand their proximity thing, but the fact that the ADS didn't pick up that was where it was getting a little weird for me.
That is a little bit weird, I'll admit. I think it's mainly because the stun was going over the shield, and so it detonates from the impact radius before it can be caught by the ADS.
That's the only thing that would make sense to me.
That's
too.
at least, yeah, the only thing that I can think of. So that's.
As we see Nyko picking up 10 kills on the attacking side, we've had 2 rounds on defense, and I guess, are we saying he's an attacker player here? No, I'm just kidding. You're doing great, bud. As we see Swade now entering match point, going to the first floor kitchen. They're doing the meeting kitchen split here. They already made the rotation hole between the sites, which I like to see, and I like to see the castle being brought here. Now, are they going to extend into that room, or are they just going to double reinforce it off? And then I want to know if Swade's going to play vertical here, or if they're just going to try to sit in sight. As I
the rotate is half open.
That's neither reinforced nor a rotate hold there. So Swade, what are your plans with that? As a nice little shield there is going to be going down, but you have to be careful. I understand that castle wall's there. As he rotates in there with a super shorty, opens it up a little bit more for his team. As soon as that castle barricade goes down outside of meeting, that person behind the shield inside kitchen is going to have to play a little bit safe. I know they reinforced one of those walls, as College is going to go ahead and open up all the barricades on the map because they're all one shot to her. But we see Javi go down. What? This is 20 seconds in the round. He's doing the year one spawn peaks. And then, but he's immediately answered. Not gonna get any bang for his buck. Sophia's gonna be put down to 20 HP. The Thermite's gonna be about 35 HP, but that's gonna be your Jaeger off the board. What turned into something that was really nice is actually give a man advantage to Goon Squad here.
Yeah, I mean, he did a lot of damage, but like you said, it probably wasn't worth it in the end, seeing as they simply just have the man advantage now.
It was an interesting. Whoa, Kali
Yeah.
opening up some nice angles here.
Yeah, so split here is castled off on both these doors, which means that they open up this breach. If they clear up the castle, that's a free plant for them, as there is no way for smoke to
Bomb
move into
located
meeting
by
properly
attackers.
to throw smoke and deny the plant.
No, we see Castle as Smoke's gonna go ahead and rotate back into meeting. Castle's gonna be on the stage, prone behind the table. Goon Squad needs to get that information relayed to their team, but we see Siren now playing up in the attic and has a rotation hole in the tower. If he doesn't get droned out, I understand he's on the vigil. That's gonna spell trouble for our attackers here, as no one's pushing over towards that tower side to take advantage of what these double castle barricades are doing. Everyone's kind of stacked inside garage here, kind of just waiting for the call to be given. So I wonder what the IGL's saying here. As a flashbang comes out, no one's gonna get stunned here. Pre-fires come out, but I think they know the castle's back there on the stage. However, that's gonna be a hard angle to hold, as Vigil's still upstairs just playing the patience game. But we see Javi. I think Javi's got the information relayed to him that someone's up there, and he's just gonna hold that flank for his team while they sit outside garage. The super shorty being brought out here is gonna make a little bit of a hole so he can look on, but that hole's not gonna do all too much when there's something else in front of you. Pre-fire's raining out, nothing landing on Castle. Castle tries to get pre-fire himself. Javi lands the kill on the Siren that was upstairs. That's gonna be your flank watch doing its job. Smoke cannons just flying out here. Nothing landing. Oh no, that's gonna be the smoke canisters did land. It was on the planters. The planter's down. Vampin's trying to plant. Force is sitting there with the shotgun, but the castle barricades are still up. Castle's now behind that bench. Is he able to get a kill? But no, refrag is able to get the kill on the Javi. That's your flank watch down. You got to push in the site here. They push in. That's going to be Swade, but it's going to be a trade. No, Force is going to take down two. He's going to get free. He's going to take down his own teammate as the attackers push in. Vampid goes down. It's going to be all up to Pinkies here in the final round. Pre-fire's come out. Lands one shot. Lands two, and that's going to be the down. He's going to finish it off. It's a 2v1 situation here. Got to put the plant down. Refrag knows this. He sees Kali, but that's gonna be castled off. Is he gonna get the plant? He doesn't get the plant. That's gonna be the kill. That's gonna be the round over. That's gonna be game. Swade Esports saying, "Hey guys, Oregon's our map. Don't take Swade to Oregon." And that's the last time.
7-2 victory. Yeah, that's a strong statement for saying we know what we're doing here.
And that's the last time we see Oregon played. Yeah. Swade Esports taking a commanding 7-2 victory as we see Force and Nyko absolutely go off there with 9-10 kills apiece. We saw Pinkies do his best, and the side of Goon Squad try everything in their nature